Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Today, let's dive into the best-in-class regime in federal procurement. It's been a buzzword for years, but is it still effective?
Great topic. Best in class sounds impressive, but has it really delivered on its promises? Or is it just a catchy slogan now?
That's the thing. The original goal was to streamline purchasing, save money, and promote innovation, but many argue it's become too rigid.
Right? And some agencies feel boxed in by having to use specific contracts. It can stifle flexibility and limit options, don't you think?
Absolutely. Imagine shopping at only one store for everything. Eventually, you miss out on better deals elsewhere. That's what some agencies face.
And let's be honest, the government's needs aren't one size fits all. Forcing everyone to use the same contracts might actually slow things down.
Exactly. There are cases where agencies have had to jump through hoops just to justify not using a best-in-class contract. That seems counterproductive.
It really does. Some procurement experts are even calling for the whole regime to be retired. But what would replace it?
That's a tough question. Some suggest a more flexible, outcome-focused approach, where agencies choose what works best for their unique missions.
I like that idea. It might encourage more innovation. But do you think there's a risk of losing control over spending or oversight?
That's the big concern. The current system is supposed to prevent waste and duplication. Without it, agencies might go back to old habits.
True, but maybe there's a middle ground? Like keeping some standards but giving agencies more discretion to adapt.
Kind of like letting kids choose their own clothes, within reason. You get creativity, but still avoid total chaos.
Nice analogy. Another issue is that best-in-class contracts often favor big vendors, making it harder for small businesses to compete.
That's a great point. The government says it wants to support small businesses, but the system sometimes does the opposite.
Exactly. When only a few big players dominate, you lose out on niche solutions and fresh ideas that smaller firms bring.
And with technology changing so fast, being locked into long-term contracts can make agencies miss out on better tools.
It's like still using a flip phone because your contract says so, while everyone else has smartphones.
Perfect example. Another challenge is the bureaucracy. Layers of approval just to use something outside the standard list. It slows everything down.
And in emergencies, that's a real problem. Agencies need agility, not red tape, when things get urgent.
So, what's the path forward? Should we scrap the regime, tweak it, or start from scratch?
Maybe a phased approach. Test more flexible models in some areas, measure outcomes, and gradually expand what works.
That way, you avoid a total overhaul overnight. Plus, you can learn from mistakes without risking everything at once.
I wonder, though, will the culture in federal procurement adapt? Or will people resist change out of habit?
Change is tough, especially in government, but with enough success stories, maybe attitudes will shift.
And leadership plays a big part. If top officials champion reform, others might follow. But if they're lukewarm, nothing moves.
Agreed. There's also the issue of training. Procurement staff need to understand new tools and processes to make good decisions.
Absolutely. You can't expect people to adapt if they're not given the right resources. It's like sending someone to play chess with only half the pieces.
So, to sum up, the best-in-class regime has good intentions, but has run into real-world roadblocks. Time for a rethink?
I think so. It's about finding a better balance between efficiency, flexibility, and innovation.
Maybe our listeners have ideas. Should we stick with the old system, or is it time to retire it for good?
We'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your experience with best-in-class procurement? Is there a better way?
That's it for today. Thanks for joining us as we unpacked one of federal procurement's big debates.
Until next time, keep questioning the status quo and looking for smarter solutions.
A special thank you to MarketUS.com for furnishing us this information.
Here's a question. How do we contact them?
Good question. You can reach them at MarketUS.com or call them at 954-636-3232.
Before we go, this deep dive was created by the MarketUS.com team.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Good point. It's right below the subscribe link.
Thanks for watching. I'm Nancy, your AI avatar. If you like this podcast, you can get one for yourself based on a website, YouTube video, or any source. Contact me to get a customized quote for your content. See you soon.